Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, Cowboys. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL buzz lately, you might have caught wind of some serious rumors swirling around the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. And let me tell you, these are not your typical off-season whispers. No, sir. We're talking about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the entire landscape of the NFC East and give Dallas an even bigger edge heading into the stretch run of the season. So, buckle up, because this story is heating up, and it could be one of those moves that fans will be talking about for years to come. The buzz is centered around Patrick Surtain, one of the most talented and consistent cornerbacks in the league today. Surtain has been a standout for the Broncos, an all-pro caliber talent who's been a lockdown presence on the outside. With stats like 45 tackles, 4 interceptions, 11 pass deflections, and a PFF grade of 89. This season, he's proven time and again that he's a game changer. Opposing offenses rarely test him deep, thanks to his impressive coverage skills, with a yards per reception allowed of just 30 yards. His completion percentage against is a mere 51.8%, and he's been able to shut down some of the league's top receivers this year, especially in critical moments. And despite dealing with some minor pectoral injuries, Surtain has been a full participant in games, showing his durability and commitment. Now, the speculation is that Denver, sitting at a cap hit of around $2.7 million and feeling the pressure to rebuild their offense, might be open to parting ways with Surtain. The Broncos are reportedly eyeing a first-round pick in the 2026 draft as the main return, aiming to accelerate their rebuild and focus on developing their quarterback and offensive weapons. Denver's management has been somewhat skeptical about their defense's ability to be truly elite, despite allowing just 23.4 points per game. They're prioritizing extensions for their QB and other offensive pieces, which might mean they're willing to part with a cornerstone like Surtain to get draft capital and future flexibility. What makes this rumor even more intriguing is the pattern we saw with the Rams back in 2019. Remember that trade? Jalen Ramsey was acquired by Los Angeles, and it sparked a dramatic turnaround for their defense, helping them become one of the top units in the league. Ramsey's addition rejuvenated their secondary, and the Rams went on to make deep playoff runs, even reaching the Super Bowl. If Denver pulls the trigger on a similar move, it might be a wake-up call for the Cowboys' secondary, which has struggled at times, especially with Trevon Diggs being on IR with a knee injury and Lamb recently dealing with a concussion. The Cowboys' pass defense, which was once among the league's best, has seen some cracks lately, and adding a talent like Surtain could be the missing piece to turn their secondary into a true lockdown unit. Dallas, meanwhile, is sitting at 6-6-1, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive in a fiercely competitive NFC. Their secondary has been banged up, and with Diggs out, they've been vulnerable against the pass, especially against top receivers. But adding Surtain could be a game changer. His ability to lock down the opponent's best receiver, his ball skills, and his football IQ would elevate the whole unit. The Cowboys' defense has been trending upward lately, with projections showing a plus 28% increase in pass defenses and top 10 ranking in passes defended. Their ability to force turnovers and hold opponents to minimal yardage through the air has been a key factor, and Surtain's addition would only amplify that. Now, from a betting perspective, odds on Surtain making the move to Dallas have shifted significantly. Initially, the price was around plus 5,000, but now the market is more favorable, with odds dropping to around plus 2,000. That indicates a growing belief that this deal could actually happen. Surtain is seen as the X factor, a player who could transform the Cowboys' secondary from a relative weakness to a strength, especially in the playoffs. The NFC East is tight, with just a 24% win probability for the division title, but adding a player of Surtain's caliber could push Dallas over the edge and give them that extra confidence heading into the postseason. And let's not forget the bigger picture here. If Dallas manages to land Surtain, they not only shore up their secondary, but also send a message to the rest of the league that they're serious about contending. With a deep playoff run in sight, strengthening the secondary is a no-brainer. Certain's presence would allow the Cowboys to focus their defensive schemes more aggressively, knowing they have a lockdown corner who can neutralize the top receivers of the league. That kind of defensive stability is exactly what Dallas needs to make a deep run and finally get over the playoff hump. Looking at the bigger picture, the Cowboys' current secondary has been a mixed bag. They've had some impressive moments, but injuries and inconsistency have been a problem. With Diggs on IR, the team has struggled to replicate their early season dominance. Adding Surtain would not only fill that void, but also make the entire unit more confident and versatile. His ability to cover multiple receiver types, combined with his ball-hawking instincts, could turn the Cowboys into one of the most feared defenses in the NFC. That would be a huge boost for their playoff aspirations, especially with the likes of the Eagles, 49ers, and Lions all vying for supremacy in the conference. Meanwhile, the Broncos, on the other hand, seem to be going into a kind of rebuild mode, especially on defense. They're not convinced their secondary can be elite without some major changes, and they're willing to listen to offers for their key players. This trade scenario, if it materializes, could be a win-win. Denver gets valuable draft capital to accelerate their rebuild, while Dallas gets a proven star at a critical position. It's the kind of move that could define the rest of the season for both teams, especially if Dallas can integrate Surtain quickly into their system and start making a real push in the playoffs. From a strategic standpoint, Dallas's coaching staff would likely see Surtain as the perfect complement to their existing pieces, allowing them to run more complex coverages and better disguise their schemes. His experience and skill set could help elevate the entire defense, giving Dallas a stronger foundation to build on as the season progresses. And with the playoff picture still very much in reach, every game counts, and every addition like Surtain could be the difference between an early exit and a deep playoff run. In conclusion, folks, this potential trade is shaping up to be one of the most exciting storylines of the NFL season. It's a classic case of a team in rebuild mode trying to flip the script by acquiring a top-tier talent, while a contender looks to bolster its secondary for a championship push. The Cowboys, with their current roster, already have a great shot at making noise in the playoffs, but adding Patrick Surtain could be the move that takes them from good to great. It's a gamble, sure, but one that could pay off big time if Dallas pulls the trigger. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential deal? Are you excited about the possibility of Surtain wearing that star? Do you think it's the move that can finally push Dallas to the Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. We're in this together, and I can't wait to see how this story unfolds. Let's go Cowboys.